What if you could witness a lunar eclipse? Not on Earth, but on Mars, while Jupiter silently watched from the sky. Imagine the red Martian dust glowing under a shadow you've never seen before. The tiniest moon racing across the sun, and Jupiter looming like a cosmic giant, influencing every orbit and shadow. Tonight, we're diving into a scenario so rare, so mind-blowing, that you'll see our solar system in a completely new way. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand what it really looks like to stand on Mars and watch a celestial event unfold under the gaze of the universe's biggest planet. Imagine standing on the rocky, rust-colored surface of Mars, feeling the crunch of dust under your feet as the thin, cold atmosphere brushes against your helmet. Above you, the sky is a muted orange, dotted with faint stars that seem closer than they ever appear from Earth. But tonight is no ordinary night. Tonight, the tiny moon Phobos begins its slow, eerie journey across the face of the sun, casting an elongated shadow that crawls over the barren landscape. You watch in awe as the sunlight dims, bathing the Martian valleys in a surreal twilight, turning familiar terrain into a scene that feels almost otherworldly. Somewhere far in the sky, the massive presence of Jupiter hangs silently, a glowing sentinel observing the cosmic ballet unfolding below. Its immense size and swirling storms are visible even to the naked eye, dwarfing everything in the Martian horizon, and for a moment, you can't help but feel the insignificance of human existence in the grand scale of the solar system. As the lunar eclipse progresses, the shadows of Mars' tiny moon stretch longer, bending and warping in ways that make the jagged cliffs and dunes appear alive. The faint, silvery light of the eclipsed sun reflects off the iron-rich dust, creating a shimmering, almost magical glow that seems to whisper secrets of the planet's ancient past. You start to wonder, what mysteries does this silent dance between Mars, its moon, and distant Jupiter hold? Could these celestial movements reveal something humanity has never seen before? The thrill of witnessing such an event is matched only by the questions it raises, blending the beauty of the unknown with the excitement of discovery. Every second feels elongated, every shadow and glint of light telling a story that no earthbound telescope could capture with such intimacy. In that moment, as your eyes trace the slow march of the eclipse, you realize that the solar system is alive with unseen connections, and you are a privileged observer of a scene so rare and extraordinary that it will forever linger in your memory. From the quiet valleys to the towering dust dunes, from the dim glow of the eclipsed sun to the colossal gaze of Jupiter, this night on Mars is a perfect reminder of the vastness of space and the endless possibilities that await those who dare to imagine. As the shadow of Phobos stretches across the rust-colored plains of Mars, it's a perfect moment to understand the science behind what you're witnessing. Unlike Earth's moon, Mars has two tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos, which are far smaller and irregularly shaped. When one of these moons passes in front of the sun, a lunar eclipse occurs. But it looks very different from the eclipses we are familiar with on Earth. The shadows cast are jagged, fleeting, and often distorted due to the irregular shapes and rapid orbits of the moons. Phobos, the larger of the two, orbits Mars in just under 8 hours, racing across the sky like a fleeting phantom, while Deimos drifts slowly in the background, almost like a silent companion. From the Martian surface, the eclipses appear both alien and mesmerizing, unlike anything you would see from the comfort of Earth's familiar landscapes. Scientists have long studied these eclipses to understand Mars' gravitational interactions and the behavior of its moons. The planet's smaller size and weaker gravity creates a unique dynamic where shadows move faster and light bends subtly across the horizon. Imagine standing in a Martian valley as the eclipsed sun casts a dim, coppery glow across rocky cliffs, each shadow a moving work of art shaped by cosmic mechanics. Even distant Jupiter, glowing like a silent guardian in the Martian sky, exerts gravitational influence over Mars, subtly affecting the orbits of Phobos and Deimos. This influence isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a reminder that the planets in our solar system are deeply interconnected, their motions choreographed by the invisible hand of gravity. As you watch the eclipse unfold, you notice how the interplay of light and shadow reveals hidden features of Mars' surface. Tiny ridges and craters become highlighted in the dim light, casting long, surreal shadows that shift with every passing minute. It's a celestial show that combines imagination with real science, letting you see the planet in ways that no telescope from Earth could ever replicate. Observing a lunar eclipse on Mars is more than just a spectacle. It's a window into the planet's past, a chance to study the mechanics of orbits and gravity, and an opportunity to imagine how life, if it ever existed, might have perceived these events. The beauty of this cosmic phenomenon lies in its rarity and uniqueness. On Earth, lunar eclipses feel familiar, predictable, and safe. On Mars, each eclipse is fleeting, dramatic, and awe-inspiring, a combination of science and sheer spectacle. And with Jupiter looming in the background, its massive presence reminding you of the sheer scale of the solar system, the scene becomes even more epic. You begin to understand that space is a place where imagination and scientific observation collide, where every shadow tells a story, and every celestial body plays a part in a grand, interconnected ballet that is millions of miles wide. Watching a lunar eclipse on Mars while Jupiter silently observes, I sen. Just science et, as an experience that transcends textbooks and telescopes. It's a reminder of how astonishing our universe truly is and how much we have yet to explore. Not just on Mars, but across the vastness of space. As your gaze drifts from the dimming light of Mars' eclipsed moon to the vast expanse above, Jupiter dominates the sky like a colossal sentinel. Even from millions of miles away, its swirling bands of clouds and massive storms are visible in stunning detail. A constant reminder of the immense scale of our solar system. On Earth, Jupiter seems small and distant, just a bright point of light. But from the Martian surface, it looms like a silent observer, watching over the slow, mesmerizing dance of Mars and its moons. The planet's gravitational pull subtly influences the orbits of Phobos and Deimos, shaping the way their shadows move across the Martian landscape during a lunar eclipse. Every twitch, every slight shift in their paths can be traced back to the immense pull of this gas giant, a cosmic force that shapes events far beyond its immediate vicinity. Imagine standing in a Martian valley as the shadow of Phobos stretches across the jagged cliffs, while Jupiter hangs silently above, casting an almost imperceptible gravitational influence on everything below. Its presence adds a sense of cosmic tension and wonder, like an unseen conductor orchestrating the motions of celestial bodies. You realize that this is more than just an eclipse. It's a demonstration of the intricate connections that bind the solar system together. Every orbit, every shadow, every glint of light bouncing off the dusty Martian surface is affected by the interplay between Mars and Jupiter, a dance that has continued for millions of years. The spectacle is not only visual, but also deeply conceptual. As Phobos glides across the sun, its shadow shifts and warps, reacting to the subtle pull of Jupiter. Scientists call this gravitational influence a testament to the harmonious mechanics of planetary motion, a delicate balance of forces that keeps the solar system stable. But standing there, watching it unfold, you sense the drama, the poetry of it all. Jupiter's massive presence reminds you that no planet exists in isolation. Each world is a part of an interconnected cosmic web, where even a small moon on Mars is influenced by a distant giant. Beyond science, the imagination is sparked. What would it feel like if human explorers were present during such an event? Could Jupiter's gravitational pull subtly alter the behavior of a Martian rover or affect a solar-powered colony? The possibilities, though hypothetical, are tantalizing. The visual drama of Jupiter observing a lunar eclipse on Mars is combined with the intellectual thrill of understanding. These unseen forces creating a perfect blend of spectacle and science. As you continue to watch, the sense of scale becomes almost overwhelming. The tiny shadow of Phobos racing across a red, barren landscape contrasts sharply with the enormity of Jupiter, a planet so massive it could contain over 1,300 Earths. This contrasts the intimate and the immense is what makes the scene unforgettable. On Mars during a lunar eclipse, with Jupiter silently watching you grasp the full majesty of the solar system, realizing that every movement, every shadow is part of a grand, intricate cosmic story, one that stretches across millions of miles and billions of years. As the shadow of Phobos races across the rugged Martian terrain and Jupiter silently observes, your mind begins to wander. What if this cosmic alignment had deeper consequences? Imagine the delicate interplay of gravitational forces, light and shadow triggering events that could alter the Martian environment in subtle yet profound ways. Could the fleeting darkness of a lunar eclipse affect the behavior of dust storms, nudging them along paths they wouldn't normally take? Or perhaps reveal hidden geological features that have been masked by the planet's rusty sands for millennia? On Earth, eclipses are mesmerizing but predictable. On Mars, with its 2 small moons and proximity to Jupiter's massive influence, each eclipse is a rare, unpredictable spectacle that invites endless speculation. Picture for a moment an exploration mission observing the eclipse. Instruments record not just the light, but gravitational shifts, subtle changes in Mars' atmosphere, and even electromagnetic ripples influenced by Jupiter's immense presence. Scientists on Earth scramble to interpret the data, uncovering clues about Mars' past and its potential for hosting life. The eclipse could act like a cosmic spotlight, highlighting fissures, hidden ice deposits, or even signs of ancient water flows long buried beneath layers of dust. Each shadow, each shift in the dim, coppery light tells a story that no ordinary observation could capture. Beyond the tangible science, there is the thrill of speculation. What if a future human colony on Mars timed their activities around these eclipses, using the fleeting darkness to conduct experiments or explore dangerous terrains safely? What if the light bending during the eclipse created optical illusions, making the dunes appear alive, whispering secrets of Mars' geological history? And as Jupiter hangs silently in the sky, its gravitational pull subtly influencing every orbit and shadow, the possibilities grow wilder. Could its presence even trigger minor atmospheric phenomena that Earth scientists could never predict? While these ideas are hypothetical, the combination of scientific principles and imaginative scenarios creates a narrative that is impossible to ignore. This is the magic of a what-if scenario on Mars. It blends reality with imagination, science with wonder. The lunar eclipse, the motion of Mars' moons, and the looming presence of Jupiter are not just astronomical events, they are the starting points for questions that ignite curiosity, inspire exploration, and push the boundaries of what we think is possible. Every observer, whether standing on Mars or viewing from Earth through powerful telescopes, experiences a moment of awe and wonder that makes the universe feel simultaneously immense and intimately connected. In this fleeting shadow, you glimpse the power, beauty, and mystery of the solar system, and you realize that the stories of planets, moons, and stars are far richer than we ever imagined. As the final moments of the lunar eclipse pass across the Martian landscape, and Jupiter continues its silent vigil from the sky, you are left with a sense of awe that words can hardly capture. The fleeting shadows of Phobos and Deimos retreat. Sunlight gradually returns to the red valleys and jagged cliffs. And yet, the memory of this cosmic dance lingers. You realize that witnessing such an event is more than just observing a planetary phenomenon, as an invitation to ponder the vastness, complexity, and beauty of the solar system. Mars, its moons, and Jupiter are not merely distant objects. They are participants in a celestial story that unfolds over millions of years, waiting for curious minds like yours to explore and imagine. This what-if scenario reminds us that the universe is full of mysteries, From the smallest shadow on a Martian plain to the gravitational pull of a gas giant millions of miles away. Each eclipse, each orbit, each celestial alignment is a piece of an intricate cosmic puzzle, revealing glimpses of how interconnected our solar system truly is. It sparks curiosity, inspires scientific inquiry, and challenges the imagination to reach beyond the limits of what we know. On Mars, during this eclipse, you are both an observer and a participant in a story that spans time and space, a story that highlights the delicate balance between scientific fact and speculative wonder. As you step back, you can't help but imagine the possibilities. The next human explorers on Mars witnessing this rare spectacle. Scientists discovering new insights about the Martian environment. Or even future generations studying the data from a moment when the shadow of a tiny moon danced under the watchful gaze of Jupiter. These scenarios, though hypothetical, remind us that the universe rewards those who dare to ask questions and explore the unknown. Every observer, whether standing on the dusty plains of Mars or viewing from Earth through telescopes, experiences the same mix of curiosity, excitement, and wonder, a feeling that no video, no book, and no lecture could ever fully convey. Finally, this cosmic event leaves us with one enduring truth. The universe is alive with possibilities. Mars, the lunar eclipse, and Jupiter are just the beginning of countless what-if moments waiting to be discovered. And while we may not be there in person, imagination allows us to witness these events as vividly as if we were standing on the Martian surface. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, think beyond Earth. Imagine the dances of moons, the shadows of eclipses, and the silent watch of distant giants. If this cosmic journey fascinated you, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this adventure with fellow space enthusiasts. Comment below with your own what-if scenarios and join us as we continue to explore the mysteries of our solar system and beyond. The universe is vast, and every question, every observation, and every imagined scenario brings us one step closer to understanding the beauty and complexity of space.